Welcome, surf fans, to the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach.
Beautiful gouging turn from Ethan around the corner again, flawless.
Bang!
Jagodora favoring these left and launching into the air. Wow.
It's the 805 post show here at the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach. Stop number 2 on the championship tour. View of and a point as we end the day, and a big day it was here. Day number 3 of competition. I'm Kaipo along with Laura Enever and Strider Wazalewski. Laura, I'm going to start with you. 24 heats today. We got a lot done.
We got a lot done. What an absolute cracker. A long day, but wow, wasn't she exciting?
It was exciting, Strider. We saw some great performances, but at the same time, we did see some upsets.
Oh, 100%. People got put out in the pasture. It was unfortunate, but you know what? Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, and that's the game when it comes down to elimination time.
Well, not ready to lose yet. The young man from J Bay, South Africa, Matthew McGillivray's on to finals day and the quarterfinals.
Yes, he is. 2 well-served heats today, Maddie. In this second one, what did you really want to lean into and try and pull from the waves?
I just wanted to try keep busy, get a quick start, and I saw Zhao was getting some sick barrels off the end, so I was trying to make the most of that in the non-priority part of my heat. And yeah, thankfully I found some, so it was super fun.
You did find some. You're going up against somebody like Kanoa, who we saw today have a buzzer beater to get to compete against you. What's going through your head as you see him take off on that last wave?
He's so good at competing and getting the job done, and you can never count him out, so I knew, like, even though I started the heat strong, he was going to, like, really give it to me at the end there, and yeah, he almost took the heat out. Watching from behind, I saw him do 3 turns, and I was like, he could definitely have the score, so I was pretty rattled sitting out the back. But yeah, thankfully it went my way, and yeah, he's a gnarly competitor, so I'm stoked to manage to come through on top of that one.
You came through, you get to surf for another day in an uncrowded sunset. What gives you the most confidence after your 2 heats today? It's that, just being able to surf out there, uncrowded, pick your waves, and it's a lot of fun when the conditions are like this. So yeah, it's like a very exciting thing to look forward to when you get to go out there and surf heats and you pick whatever waves you want. So that's what you live for. Yes, it is. Congratulations. We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. That completes our men's final days, setting up for the quarterfinal where Matthew McGillivray will be meeting up against Joao Chianca. Laura, as we entered into the round of 16, heat number 1, we saw 2 childhood friends meeting up again in competition. Leo Fioravanti versus Jack Robinson. It's a rematch from their pipe finals, only this time at Sunset.
Literally a week ago, these guys were battling it out for the pipe trophy, and they did not disappoint in this heat. It was so exciting from the get-go. You know, Jack got started really quick. He had the momentum, finding these tubes. You know, there's barrels. Jack will be one of them. He just looked so in tune out there. And then Leo, he had a really great fight back, you know, carving and just looking so smooth. Just attacking the lip as well. So loved this battle. Both of them loved those waves, and it was Jack who prevailed.
There you go, the numbers. It was a pretty high-scoring affair. 14.33. Jack Robinson, ticket to finals day. Once again, stop number 2. And Leo Fioravanti, though, he can hang his head high. He's had a great Hawaii campaign to start off the tour. Strider, then we saw heat number 2 in that round of 16. We predicted, I mean, everybody would think John Florence, he's the man. That's what I thought. But Nat Young, he had some other ideas.
You know, Nat, the door got left open by John. He had a couple of bobbles and falls where he was going 100% into turns. And, you know, he came off. There was a little kink in the armor, and we saw him kind of leave the door open for Nat to do just this. I mean, he's just all over the lip line. He's slamming it up in the corner. He's finishing waves. And, you know, Nat came away really strong. This is something that was interesting, watching John do turns like that. But then look, bobble out the back, coming unstuck, pressured onto the board, you know, on the inside corner, going over the handlebars. You know, all these things happen that, you know, were uncharacteristic for this young man. And look at him. I mean, he's just ripping through stuff, but he was falling, and it's just something you don't see right there. He pulled up under the hood. I believe he broke his board, his favorite 6'2". It's gone. John Pizell scratching his head going, what happened? And that man right there, Nat Young, coming through with a huge win. He needs it. He wants to be on tour. This is his chance to stick it out. If not, it's bye-bye Nat Young. So if he makes a cut, we're going to be stoked.
Yeah, it's a long year, so we're at stop number 2. We'll see how it plays out for all of our competitors. The GOAT, he's been so great. I was thinking, Laura, maybe this is going to be his time here at Sunset, but the smooth operator, Ethan Ewing, he had other plans.
Yes, this is Ethan Ewing's bread and butter. You know, coming off 2 back-to-back third places here at Sunset. Can't count the GOAT out, but look, this is what he was up against. A really in-form Ethan Ewing who can just put so much of his board into the water and throw so much spray. The GOAT, though, he was finding barrels left, right, and center. He got some really good scores, and he was right in this until the very end. Riding a 6-3 5-pin, but it was Ethan that shut down the heat with this wave. Wasn't the best wave, but his surfing really just adding so many points. This was the turn the judges loved, just ripping into that and sliding his fins. It was can't wait to see what Ethan does heading into the finals day.
Ethan Ewing has been smooth and precise. The rail game has been on display here at Sunset. There's the numbers. That 7-point ride, he manufactured that off of that wave. Kelly Slater got that barrel. I was surprised on that 5.67 for that barrel strider.
Yeah, you know what? Obviously, Kelly Slater is that guy who's always going to produce something fun to watch. He was riding a wild board, though. I mean, that board was not normal, let me tell you.
Well, here's our finals day bracket. Jack Robinson, Nat Young, quarterfinal number 1. Strider, who you got?
Going Jack Robinson.
Quarterfinal number 2, Ethan Ewing, Griffin Colapinto. Laura, I'm throwing that to you.
This is a hard game, Typo.
It's my game.
They're
good friends.
Yeah, they're good friends. After watching Ethan today, I just think he seems in another realm with those carves he's doing. But Griffin throwing it up into some crazy lips and just is so exciting.
Okay, get off the fence. Who's going to win?
Ethan.
Okay.
I'm going to go quarterfinal number 3. I'll answer that for you guys just to make it fair. I'm going to go with Kyle Belly on that one. I just think
wow, I like that.
He grinds stuff. And then Joao Chianca, Matthew McGillivray. Let's finish this off.
You guys.
Strider.
You know what? I think we're going to be surprised by Matthew McGillivray. I think that kid has got so much fire. He's surprised us all today, and I feel like he's going to do it again.
Yeah.
And he's on my fantasy team.
I have to add to that as well. You know, Joao had such a wild day today. He got 2 16.83 totals, both exactly the same in his heats, but has he used up all of his momentum?
We'll see. I mean, yeah.
What do you think?
On 4...
Yeah, you got to play too.
I just did. I said quarterfinal number 3, I'm taking Kyle Belly. You know what? We do some great work with We Are One Ocean, and it's really a global initiative that we use to inspire surfers, our surf community, to protect and conserve our ocean. We did a great activation over at Kokua Hawaii Foundation and their farm. Let's take a look at the work.
This is our community, this is where we live, this is where I've grown up, and it means a lot for them to be here supporting this and bringing everyone around here back to what it means to be connected to the land.
When we found this property and started planting natives and growing food, this has been one of the most rewarding experiences, so we're really excited to share it with all of you.
We Are One Ocean is a global initiative to inspire the surf community to protect and conserve our one ocean to preserve the future of our sport. Today, we are joining forces to restore native wetland ecosystems and learn about the benefits of composting with WSL Pure grantee Kokua Hawaii Foundation.
What we kind of formed here is these little islands, and the idea is to create habitat for the birds to nest. So thanks for helping us out to restore this today. Appreciate it.
It's our job and our responsibility to give back and to connect with each other. We're stronger together.
It's just so special to be able to restore and make the world a better place.
We're always surfing, so let's do this today. Today we'll be focusing on a coastal grass. It is called aki-aki.
Its main function is to provide habitat for native shorebirds, also just erosion control, and then to help remediate water.
We're just gonna restore the native plants and take out all the weeds and all the bad plants. That shouldn't be here.
I'm gonna go plant one for Larry.
If this algae hadn't grown here, if we hadn't removed it out, it would have gone out into the ocean and affected the plant life and all of the invasive algae that we have on the reefs.
Gotcha.
But by short-circuiting that, we can now take this nitrogen, compost it,
yeah,
and use it on our plants here on the farm.
Nice.
So we've got our own source of fertilizer
Yeah.
right here.
And what we've seen is the native insects coming back. Once the native insects come back, then the native birds.
You know, Hawaiian land is so special and it's so prestigious and unique, so we want to keep it that way.
We've only got one world, so got to take care of it and make sure that the future is able to enjoy the same things we are.
The WSL grant will really help to provide funds to get a compost machine to reduce food waste around the North Shore.
This machine's really exciting for not just our farm, but for the community in general. So thank you guys.
I think what Kukua is doing here is really amazing. And so to see like WSL, see them really coming in and supporting kind of our own community here is really amazing.
Tell us what you're doing by posting on social media with the hashtag WeAreOneOcean and tagging WSL and WSL Pure in your post.
We are one ocean!
Yeah, just to back tag that, the WSL Pure and the grantee there, they're going to get a big, giant composting machine so they can continue to compost right here on the North Shore. So a lot of this waste that is compostable, they don't have to go to the other side of the island. So it's going to really stay within the community here. So great job by everyone there, Kukua Hawaii Foundation. Strider, Surfline forecast, take it away.
Yeah, let's take a look at what we got. Just definitely movement out there. Those big purple blobs sending a swell our way. In the end there, you got a pretty funny northeast swell kind of coming down on top of us and an east swell running across. So we're waiting for that. Later on, there's that Tuesday, Wednesday. There, it looks like there's a solid little push from the west as well. So I am just confused, to be honest, because we did not think the waves were going to be as good as they were today, and we were really pleasantly surprised. So what we have there in the morning and the afternoon on the next 4 days, we do have some good offshore winds. We do have some size. We are looking at running some heats. So I feel like it could be back on again tomorrow or even Sunday. You have no 100% idea. We're going to be down here every morning checking it and make sure that we're on the pulse of it and wake up and look at it. But there's great possibilities out there.
Waves are still firing through as well right now, so hopefully some left over tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be making that call in the morning, but right now I'm going to call us to our daily top 5 moments, and it starts off with Kanoa Igarashi coming on late in this heat with a 7.37 to beat Jackson Baker, Laura.
This was unbelievable. Jackson Baker looked like he had a stranglehold on this heat. He had an 8 and a high 6. Then Kanoa, with 5 minutes remaining, he bashed out 2 mid-range 7s. He had to sit in the lineup waiting for that score, and he got it.
Number 4, Strider, Maddie McGillivray, then takes out Kanoa Igarashi with some barrel riding at sunset.
Yeah, it wasn't any last-second antics. I mean, they had to wait for a score from Kanoa at the end because he might have got it, but you know what? McGillivray started out strong, finished strong, and even after the heat, got another barrel to come in strong. So beautiful work.
Number 3, Griffin Colapinto takes down 3-time world champ Gabe Medina in a brilliant display here at Sunset.
Oh, yeah, gee whiz, this was an absolute cracker of a heat on paper, and it delivered as well. Griffin ended up getting this wave at the very end of the heat, an 8.8, and just taking out the heat. Gabby fought back. He had actually an amazing wave at the start of the heat. Would have been up in that scoreline as well, but Grid gets one on Gabby today.
Number 2, Kyle Ebeli, 16.33 two-wave total as he defeats Miguel Pupo, Strider.
Yeah, threaded the needle, gouged down the corner, grabbing the rail, and just pulls up under the hood and styles his way through. And even throws up a little claim for us because you know what? When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And he was feeling it right there. Came in for some hugs and pictures on the beach.
Speaking of feeling it, it was Shombino's day. Joao Chianca, just some high scores all through the day. He beat Italo Ferreira.
Yeah, he took out Yago Dora this morning with that 16.83, and then he did the exact same this afternoon against Italo, 16.83 as well. He just dropped some absolute hammers throughout the day. He had so much momentum. He just looked like he was never slowing down, just wave after wave all day long. He got down here in the dark this morning, and he did not leave that Red Bull Athlete Zone until after his heat at almost 12 hours later.
Hey, you know, we've always known he has the talent. He had a tough year last year, but he's coming out swinging in 2023, Joao Chianca. Your final thoughts on the day?
Crazy. And like unexpected. It was awesome. You know, the buzz when we got down here this morning, we looked through the sea mist and just saw perfect sunset lines coming through. We were just like, oh.
Yeah.
What about you, Strider?
I feel like we were blessed because we got so many great waves. We were unexpected, and you know, the intent from Joao Chianca was why he ended up on the top of the top 5 there. And I just say hats off to him and the way he was surfing today.
Well, thank you, Laura. Thank you, Strider. Remember, go to worldsurfleague.com, 7:45 a.m. We will be making the call. Enjoy today's highlights. Hurley Pro, Sunset Beach. Swells come up. Jack Robinson finds a barrel. Air drops off of that turn. No problem.
Am I on Kai-Po's fantasy again?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
The waves are absolutely cooking out there, and it's going to be a really fun day to watch.
Standing straight up on his backhand. That's beautiful.
Griffin Colapinto in the barrel, on the barrel, and a big hack there. Oh, that hurt. Pro surfing's a roller coaster. Let's watch this drop. Italo Ferreira.
Here we go. This is Nat Young. Cranks it off the top, throwing some spray.
John Florence is going to break a lot of fantasy surfer hearts. Colapinto aims towards the lip, attacks the lip, gets the board right underneath his feet. One more time for Griffin.
Griffin Colapinto takes down probably the apex predator in surfing, Gabriel Medina. Oh, that was a great takeoff straight through the tube. Beautiful ride for Caio Ibelli out of the sky. Caio Ibelli once again.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise